Lucie's journey is one of faith, healing, and renewal. If you're battling guilt, know that freedom is possible, you're not alone. Like, subscribe, and share to spread hope and encouragement. Unfortunately, these hidden accusations remained because people don't have the power to erase the past. Only God can. Believe me, I didn't feel the guilt, but I was guided by it. You see, guilt may motivate our actions without being experienced as a feeling. In this example, I was dealing with the false accusation of being someone who lets other people down. Even though the guilt was not justified, it was unconsciously nurtured. The right mindset. Am I saying one should not be supportive of others? No. I'm just saying it's important to understand what our motives are. I experienced this with my parents. At the age of 16, my mother passed away, and when I would think about all the times I disobeyed my parents, I would be overwhelmed by guilt. The consequences of this guilt lead me to get closer to my father to ease my conscience. This worked for a time, yet as soon as I would realize that closeness to my father as a solution to make up for my past mistakes would no longer be available after his death, I would go back into guilt. Thus, the only option for me to not to experience remorse was to live without thinking about my father's death. This was unrealistic and quite impossible. Now, I thank God because He set me free from guilt. I know my mother is happy with him, so I have no reason to be sad. She wouldn't even want me to be. Since Christ has become the sacrifice of guilt for us, I find it unfair for me to be loaded with guilt and sadness, while she is happy with the Lord. Similarly, my motives towards my father are purer now. They are no longer centered on me trying to fight guilt, but on my father, to the glory of God. I can't leave you without giving you the example of a lady I know very well who is madly in love with her husband. During one of our conversations, we realized that all the zeal she put into serving her husband came from the fact that she didn't see herself as a good wife. Imagining the failure of her household tormented her. She never felt good enough in spite of her zeal to serve her home. Making a mistake was a disaster for her. She only found peace when her husband told her that everything was fine. Otherwise, she was stressed and communicated this stress to everyone. If we look closely at what was happening in her, here's what comes out. When we're afraid of something, we tend to visualize it in our mind. So, she had thoughts about failing at homemaking, and her soul reacted to these thoughts. There was a clash between her negative thoughts about future failures and the present reality in which she had not yet failed. Thus, the desire to be saved from a hypothetical failure brings negative stress to the soul. The Fall of Mr. Guilt is available in the description. Get your copy today and start your journey to peace.